What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, man? It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy, man. You're now tuned in to another episode of Fan of Atlanta 365, man. First, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, man. Support the channel, man. Fan of Atlanta 365. Like, share, comment on these videos if you got something to say, because you know your boy always coming back. So I want to give you guys some content today. I told y'all I'm gonna be back on my grind. You know what I'm saying? So as you guys are coming in, man, don't forget to shout yourself out. Let me know you're in the building, so I can shout you out, man. I appreciate all the support y'all been giving your boy. It's about to be a good year. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be a good year. Happy New Year's to everybody, man. I hope everybody enjoyed their New Year's celebration. I know I did. I'm ready for this new year. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing going. Welcome to the first episode of 2022. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, welcome to another episode of Fan of Atlanta 365. It's your boy, Jay Howard, a.k.a. the official Georgia boy. Hey, subscribe to the channel, like, share, comment. Don't forget to tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your dog, tell your cat, tell your snake, tell your rat. And throw in your pet hamster if you have one, man. Tell everybody about Fan of Atlanta 365. So, as you guys know, I like to, give these different segments before the game. I know normally I would do this on Saturday, but yesterday I was real busy. So I wanted to get up early this morning and give you guys some content before the kickoff. You know what I'm saying? Before kickoff. So we're gonna go ahead and get to it first. Today is a sad day. Today is a sad day. Rest in peace to Dan Reeves, one of the Atlanta Falcons, coaches that actually got us to a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm not gonna say Dan Reeves was like a legend. I'm not gonna say he was a legend, but at the same time, he's very respected in Atlanta. Got us to our first Super Bowl, first official Super Bowl. Those Dirty Birds. Even though we lost that game, at the end of the day, we made it. You know what I'm saying? We made it to the Super Bowl. And, it is what it is. But Dan Reeves, passed at the age of 77. Just going to give you guys a little facts about Dan Reeves, man. A few little facts. So Dan Reeves is a fellow ATLian. He was born in Rome, Georgia. He a Georgia boy. He a Georgia boy. So that always, stick out to me. Also, we got a comment. Rasuke Knight. Shout out to Rasuke Knight, man. He said, rest in peace to coach. Yes, definitely. Rest in peace to coach. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so he's a fellow ATLian from Rome, Georgia. He coached for the Denver Broncos from 1998 to 1992. Actually, I think they won a Super Bowl in 92. I'm not sure. He had to win the Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos. And then he coached the New York Giants, from 93 to 96. Later, he would receive a third job as a head coach with the Atlanta Falcons, which he coached just from 97 to 2003. Shout out to Sound Ball. He said, "What's up, Fan of Atlanta 365? Hey, what's up, man? I appreciate you for joining us. I know you just subscribed, so thank you for subscribing to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for, coming in. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, definitely, if y'all in the chat, man, definitely shout yourself out. I read all the comments. Rasuke Knight said to a fellow Georgia boy, yes, definitely, man. Rome, Georgia, the guys of Georgia boy got the coach in Atlanta, got to take us to our first official Super Bowl in franchise history. Like I said, we did lose that game, but at the end of the day, he took us to our first one. So to be from Georgia, to take your team that you probably grew up watching to their first Super Bowl got to be big. You know what I'm saying? So he coached us from 97 to 2003, which I stated before. We went to our first Super Bowl. We did lose that Super Bowl to the Denver Broncos, which was his previous, he was a former coach of. But at the same time, hey, for him to get us to that point, speaks volumes. Soundball said, rest in peace to Dan Reeves. Yes. Also, Dan Reeves did get his Super Bowl. He did get a first Super Bowl, did get a Super Bowl loss. He won Coach of the Year in 93 and 98. And then also he is a part of the Denver Broncos Ring of Honor, the Ring of Fame. He finished his career with 190 regular season wins. This is just his regular season wins. So he's finished with 190 wins, 165 losses, and 2 ties. So all in all, he had a decent career, as a coach. Won a Super Bowl. You know, took us to our first Super Bowl. So at the end of the day, man, I think that's a solid career. Is he a Hall of Famer? Probably not, but I definitely feel like the Atlanta Falcons may honor him one day. Who knows? But in my opinion, Dan Reeves was, he means something to me because he took us to our first Super Bowl. Rasuke Knight said he believed in that team when nobody else did. Yes, that year we went to that Super Bowl, nobody expected the Atlanta Falcons to be in the Super Bowl. Although we did have a good regular season, but nobody expected us to be in the Super Bowl and to compete. You know what I'm saying? So we I think we beat the Minnesota Vikings to get to the Super Bowl. And then, we ended up playing a team that was just better than us. And then also our team kind of went out, they was celebrating before they could win that Super Bowl. And I think that kind of played a role in us losing that game as well. Rasuke Knight said, I'm from Macon, Georgia, born and raised. Hey, what's going on, man? Macon, Georgia. I spent a lot of time in Macon. So I'm familiar with the Macon area. So shout out to Rasuke Knight, man, fellow another ATL and another Georgia, Georgia boy, man. So hey, shout out to Rasuke Knight. And I'm from Atlanta. I'm from the west side of Atlanta, Adamsville to be exact. But I've been living in Atlanta or Georgia my whole life. So 32 years of my life, except for 1 year I was in South Korea when I was in the Army. But most of my life it's been in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a real Georgia cat, man. So that's Dan Reeves. I just wanted to kind of touch on Dan Reeves, the coach, legend in Atlanta, man, in my opinion. And we're gonna go ahead and move to the second segment. The first segment. This segment is called Keys to the Dub. Let me bring this up here. Keys to the Dub. So in this segment, if you're unfamiliar with Keys to the Dub is, what I like to do is give you guys my keys to win this game against the Buffalo Bills. What the Atlanta Falcons need to do on the offensive side of the ball, what we need to do on the defensive side of the ball, and then I'll give you my overall analysis of what I think what we should do to win this game. So this is called Keys to the Dub. Definitely, if you guys are in the chat, man, definitely put your keys to the dub. I'm gonna start off with the offense, then I'm gonna move to the defense, and then I'm gonna give that overall statement that I feel like the Atlanta Falcons need to embrace in order to get this dub in Buffalo. So first, let's start off with the offense. I got the running game needs to be effective to set up for the passing game. As you all know, the Buffalo Bills, they got a great defense, especially in that secondary. So we made, with us having these short receivers, not really having no elite receivers, it's going to be important for the Atlanta Falcons to establish a run game. I'm not saying that they got to go over 100 yards. I'm not saying they got to be slashing and all that good stuff. You just need to be effective. Make them have to play on their heels because they don't know if you're going to run the ball or if you're going to pass the ball. We cannot have a game where we're just not running the ball and being forced to put the ball in Matt Ryan's hands, because this Buffalo Bills defense is just elite. They're elite. Sound Bill said, "Hey, fan of Atlanta 365, how bad is the damage of severe storms in Georgia last night?" I think it rained last night, but it wasn't bad where I'm at. I'm in Marietta near Kennesaw. It wasn't bad where I'm at, but I don't think it was that bad. Rasuke Knight says should be an interesting game today. Yeah, definitely. I definitely think it's gonna be an interesting game. It's gonna tell a lot about where the Atlanta Falcons are and where we can be. And also, it's going to tell a lot about the Buffalo Bills, which I picked the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons to meet in the Super Bowl this year, early when we made our early Super Bowl pick. So I did have the Buffalo Bills making it to the AFC. Representing the AFC in the Super Bowl, and I had the Atlanta Falcons representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. Right now, my Falcons ain't looking too good. The Buffalo Bills do have a chance. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, it should definitely be an interesting game. So, yeah, so like I said, we have to be effective in the run game. We cannot go out here and can't get any kind of good runs. We getting stopped behind the line. The offensive line, you have to be great today. You have to be great today. You have to give us some running gaps. Allow Cordell Patterson, Mike Davis, which is one of my other points. We got to use all our running backs this game. I want to see Cordell Patterson. I want to see Mike Davis. I want to see Quadre Olison. I would love to see Wayne Gallman. We gotta establish some kind of run game and be effective. You have to be effective if we want to win this game, because you can't rely on that passing game, especially against the Buffalo Bills. Rasuke Knight said, running game is key today. Play good defense, no turnovers, take shots when you can. Yes, definitely. We cannot turn over the ball on the offensive side of the ball. And like I said, when you establish that run, you may have an opportunity to allow Alameda Zaccheaus, Russell Gage, Kyle Pitts, Cordero Patterson to make those explosive plays, because we can't be one dimensional. We have to attack from all aspects of the offense. We have to allow Arthur Smith got to show me something. He got to show me why we brought him in to be that offensive guru for this offense. So we're gonna have to make some plays today. We really have to make some plays today on the offensive side of the ball. So that's my keys to the dub for the offensive side of the ball. Let's switch over to the defensive side of the ball. My thing was, now I know it's not gonna happen, but this is one thing I really want to see AJ Terrell do, and that's travel with Stephon Diggs. We already would most likely be without Fabian Moore. So Avery Williams gonna get a lot of snaps. Maybe Kendall Sheffield. You may see those guys. So we're gonna have to really tune in to stopping their passing game, because they have an elite passing game with Stephon Diggs. Of course, they got Cole Beasley and a few other guys, but Stephon Diggs is the guy. You know what I'm saying? We have to stop him, and I would love to see AJ Terrell, solidify himself as an elite cornerback by following Stephon Diggs. I know it's not going to happen, but it is one thing I would love to see. And then another key to the dub for the defense, we gotta make solid tackles. We have to make solid tackles, because it's already going to be cold. We know that. But Josh Allen, I mean, he's a big guy. He's a big quarterback, so you're going to have to make solid tackles. Stephon Diggs can break tackles. We're going to have to really tackle, horn in on making group tackles, team tackles, and solid tackles. Rasuke Knight said the defense will have to get some turnovers. Yes, that's another key to the dub. Take advantage of the opportunities when they're presented to you. That's one thing that the Falcons have lacked on all year. When we have the event, when we have the opportunities, because every game presents opportunities, it's what team takes advantage of those opportunities. Those are the teams that win the game, that win most of the time win. When you have an opportunity to get a pick, you have to get that pick. You cannot be trying to catch the ball with your feet. I.e. Eric Harris, even though he's not going to be playing in this game, he's on IR. But we have to take advantage of our opportunities when they present themselves. If you don't, you won't win. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. So shout out to Rasuke Knight, because he ahead of the game. He said, Rasuke Knight said, and wrap up. Yes, definitely. Tackle, solid tackles. We have to tackle. A lot of times the Falcons lose a lot of games because they give up a lot of plays that shouldn't have gotten that far. You know what I'm saying? Due to missed tackles, not wrapping up, trying to make arm tackles, not taking good angles. All that stuff plays a role. You have to be solid today if you want to beat the Buffalo Bills, which I believe we can. Now, when I get to my weekly game picks, I'll let you know where I'm going. But I definitely I definitely expect the Falcons to win this game if we can play Falcon football, wrap up, play good defense, play good offense. Of course, that's cliche, but at the same time, we can do it. We have to put a game together. We have to put a game together. We haven't yet put a solid game together on film. We need to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and we got a chance to make the playoffs. So don't ruin this, Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Let's just win out and let the chips lay where they lay, fall where they lay. So that's my thing. And then my overall, we got to stay true to who we are. Don't let the weather affect how we play this game. If our game plan is to run the ball, run the ball. If our game plan is to establish the play action, establish the play action. Don't let the weather dictate how we gonna play this game. We gonna have to be physical. We gonna have to be fast. Whatever it takes to win this game, we need to do what we got to do. Play Falcon football. Don't try to play, you know, somebody else's game just because it's cold. We know it's cold. It's cold for Buffalo and it's cold for us. They used to it because they play in this all the time. We may not be as used to it because we play inside of a dome, but at the same time, we got to be ready to play. It's football at the end of the day. Um, Kyle Pitts, he 51 yards from 1,000 yards this season. I definitely think he can get that today. I want to see Kyle Pitts be a big part of this offense. He's I think Kyle Pitts is starting to, learn how to separate, learn how to use his body. He's making those clutch catches. He's running good routes. I think he's starting to, get a little bit more comfortable. So I would definitely love to see him be effective today. If you can be effective today, I definitely feel like that's going to help us win this game. Matt Ryan needs to be surgical in the passing game. You're gonna have to make some plays, Matt Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope the run game can establish, to help establish the passing game, and hopefully the offensive line come ready to play today. But Matt Ryan, when you see somebody, you're gonna have to get them the ball and you're gonna have to be surgical with it, because the Buffalo Bills do have a good passing defense, although they're without their number one cornerback, which we'll get to that later. But at the same time, we have to play today. Receivers, you gotta catch the ball. If Matt Ryan throw it your way, you gotta catch it. You can't drop a lot of these passes, which we've been doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be ready today. We have to be ready. Just checking to see if we have any comments on Facebook. No comments on Facebook. So yeah, so that's the keys to the dub as far as the overall. And I already stated the defense has to play smart football and take advantage of opportunities. That's already been said. So that's the keys to the dub. Let me know what y'all think in the comment box. Do y'all agree with me? Do y'all have any other keys to the dub that y'all want to add to the conversation? Let me know in the comment box. Let's move on to the next topic of discussion. It is called the weekly team matchup. So what I like to do in this matchup, I like to kind of like see who has the advantage on both teams when it comes to different positions. Quarterback, running back / fullback, the running back game committee, wide receivers and tight ends, O linemen, D linemen, linebackers, and DBs. So I like to grade to see who has the advantage, or maybe there's a tie. So I'll give you my reasons of why I feel like each team has the advantage. So let's get to it. The first position is quarterback. I think the Buffalo Bills have the advantage at quarterback due to Josh Allen being able to do a lot of different things. Josh Allen can run the ball, he can pass the ball. He's a big guy. I mean, he to me, he's a better quarterback. And he has more weapons, so I definitely feel like he has the advantage in this game. Now, I love Matt Ryan, but right now, Josh Allen is just playing on another level, and I think that Josh Allen has the advantage in this game. Rasuke Knight said, and the offensive line will have to protect the quarterback and block up front. Yes, definitely. That's the main thing. If we can't block, Matt Ryan can't do nothing. We already seen when you guys block for him, we see what Matt Ryan does. When you don't block for him, I mean, Matt Ryan is not a running quarterback. He shouldn't have to run for his life every play, just or take a sack every play, because you guys, as soon as he dropped back, it's a guy all in his face. He shouldn't have to do that. So definitely, you have to block up front. Do your job. That's all I'm asking for the offensive lineman. Do your job. If your assignment is one thing, don't do another thing because you think that you want to help out on somebody else. Do your job, handle your man in front of you, handle your assignment, and let's play some solid football. Let's put some solid football together. That's all I'm asking. Getting back to the team weekly matchup, like I said, I got to give the Buffalo Bills the advantage at quarterback. Josh Allen can just do many things, and I just feel like that's what gives him the advantage going into this game. We're gonna move on to the next position, and that's the running back committee. running back and fullback. Now, I gave both teams a towelness because yes, Devin Singletary, he's had a solid year, but at the same time, Cordero Patterson has had almost as solid as Devin Singletary at the running back position. Even though we know Cordero Patterson plays many different, he's a jack of all trades. But when it comes to that running game, he can be very effective if the offensive line blocks for him. Singletary, I think he got like 600 some yards rushing, and Cordero Patterson has about 500, almost 600 some yards rushing as well. Now, Josh Allen is effective in that run game as well because he got 600 some yards running the ball as well. So we have to be, they got a good little running game thing going on, but I definitely think we're pretty even in that running backs side of the ball going into this game. All right, let's look at the wide receivers and tight ends. I actually got to give it to the Buffalo Bills. I think because we don't have any elite wide receivers. I mean, Russell Gage, he's starting to step up, but he's not no Stephon Diggs. You know what I'm saying? They got Cole Beasley, Stephon Diggs, and some other guys, but those two guys are solid. We know what they're gonna bring to this table. Cole Beasley, he don't mind catching those, tough passes. He's a very tough receiver. And Stephon Diggs, I mean, we already know what Stephon Diggs can do. He's a 1,000-yard receiver, whatever like that. Now, we do have Kyle Pitts. We have Kyle Pitts. Like I said, Russell Gage can make plays when given a chance, and Cordero Patterson sometimes in the passing game can be effective. But if I had to give it to a team, I would say the Buffalo Bills have the better wide receiver core, and they have Knox as their tight end. Pretty solid passing game. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give it to the Buffalo Bills when it comes to the advantage at the wide receiver / tight end position. Moving on to the offensive line, I got to give it also to the Buffalo Bills. They have given up, I think it was like 20, maybe I can't remember how many sacks, but in a day, our offensive line have given up 32 sacks, have been ineffective in the run game, passing game. They have their moments. Sometimes they good, sometimes they bad. But all in all, I got to give it to the Buffalo Bills just because, hey, they've been solid in the run game. They've been solid in the passing game. At the end of the day, Josh Rosen has time to make plays, and they created holes for Singletary, and all those guys. So I got to give them the nod at the offensive line position, just because the Falcons' offensive line is inconsistent. Let's move on to the defensive line. I got to give it to the Buffalo Bills once again. I mean, they have 28 sacks, 75 tackles for loss. We already know the Falcons don't get sacks like that. I mean, Grady Jarrett is pretty much the only thing we really have on our defensive line. Dante Fowler Jr. is not really, being effective. Steven Means is not being effective. I do like Anthony Rush. I think sometimes he does do a great job. Him and Mike Pennell. We will be without Jonathan Bullard this game, so Mike Pennell will be getting a lot of playing time. I would love to see Anthony Rush get a lot of playing time, but at the same time, we don't have no pass rush. We don't get to the quarterback. The only time we actually make pressure is when we blitzing linebackers, cornerbacks, and safeties. If we're not doing that, we're not gonna get to the quarterback with our front four. And with Josh Allen, you gotta be able to get to the quarterback. If we can rattle him up front, then we can win this. We can definitely be effective, but we don't have that type of defensive line. So I got to give a nod to the Buffalo Bills. Moving on to the linebacker position. Now this one is a tie for me because I feel like we have great linebackers, just like they have good linebackers. When you look at their linebacker core, Tremaine Edmonds, 97 tackles, 1 interception. Matt Milano, 75 tackles, 0 interceptions. But then when you look at our linebackers, Foye Oluokun, 166 tackles. To me, one of the best linebackers in the league. He's starting to make a name for himself. He got snubbed on the Pro Bowl, but I definitely feel like he's starting to make a name for himself. So 166 tackles, he could probably get 200 tackles this season. He could easily get 200 tackles this season. Well, not easily because we only got 2 more games. But he could get close to 200 tackles. Also, 2 interceptions. I mean, Foye Oluokun last game showed out. He was the key. He was the key player on our defense, making the interception to seal the win last week. So definitely, Foye Oluokun, the probably one of the best on our defense. Especially in the linebacker core. And then you got Deion Jones with 123 tackles, 2 interceptions. We already know what Deion Jones can do. Him and Foyer was wreaking havoc last week. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think both linebacker cores can be effective. They both have the advantage. But if I had to give the nod, I would say the Atlanta Falcons had a better advantage. But the Buffalo Bills also have a good linebacker core as well. Moving on to the last position, the DB position, I had to give it to both of us as well, both the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. The reason why is because the Buffalo Bills are without their best cornerback, no Tre'Davious White, so that's gonna help the Atlanta Falcons. But they do have they have Teron Jackson, Jordan Poyer playing the free safety position, Michael Hyde playing the strong safety position, and you got Levi Wallace playing that other cornerback position. So they have a solid pass defense. They do have a solid pass defense, but without Tre'Davious White, I think we could have the advantage if we play good solid football. We do have AJ Terrell, who I believe is elite. Like I said, I want to see him follow Stephon Diggs, but at the same time, I know it's not most likely going to happen. But like I said, AJ Terrell, you have Jalen Hawkins. Well, he's out. I'm sorry. Jalen Hawkins is out, but you do have Deron Harmon. Deron Harmon has been kind of solid. He's been solid this season. So I do love Deron Harmon. Sam Bell said, "Who does Atlanta Falcons play today? We playing the Buffalo Bills today. The Buffalo Bills at 1:00 at Buffalo. It's gonna be a game. So getting back to our DBs. We will be without Jalen Hawkins. No Jalen Hawkins today. Fabian Moore is doubtful, so he may not play today. So that means Sean Williams, Richie Grant, and Avery Williams could get some playing time today. They could get some playing time today. I would love to see what Richie Grant can bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? We drafted you to be the guy. I need to see that. So definitely I can't wait to see Avery Williams. Maybe he can, get some time at that cornerback position. We'll see. So that's the weekly team matchup, man. Like I said, it's gonna be a good matchup. Hopefully, if the Atlanta Falcons come out here and play some solid football. But let's get to the last segment, which is called the FOA Weekly Game Picks. Before we get to that, I want to say, hey, support the channel, subscribe to the channel. Fan of Atlanta 365, man. It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy, man. So yeah, definitely support the channel. Put my logo up here. So I don't know why I don't have my logo up here that I just created. Where is it at? There we go. We got some more comments. Sports Live in the ATL. Shout out to Slitter. He said 365. I'm busy, but let's go Falcons. Hey man, appreciate you for your support. Don't forget, go to Sports Live in the ATL right now. Go to YouTube right now. Subscribe to Sports Live in the ATL, man. My guy Slitter, he's only I think he's still 100 away from 3,000 subscribers. So y'all definitely go tell your friends to tell a friend to go support that channel. Not only support his channel, support Fan of Atlanta 365, man. Subscribe to the channel. He also said Happy New Year. Hey, Happy New Year to y'all, man. Happy New Year to everybody. I think this is gonna be a good year for us. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be a good year for everybody. Rasuke Knight, Happy New Year, man. Yes, Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year to everybody. So let's get to the last segment. It's called FOA Weekly Game Picks, where I give you guys my picks for the week. Definitely let me know who y'all got for every game. Let me know who y'all got. You can follow along and tell me who you got in the chat. So I'm gonna open up the chat for you guys as well. So let's get to the first game of the day. The New York Giants at the Chicago Bears. I'm going with the Chicago Bears in this game. I just feel like the Giants, they got Matt Glennon and Chicago got Andy Dalton. So who you trust most? I trust Andy Dalton more than Matt Glennon, Mike Glennon. So I got the Chicago Bears in that game against the Giants. Moving on to the next game, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the New England Patriots. I actually got the New England Patriots in this game. We already know why. New England just better. You know what I'm saying? They just better. Sam Bell said, "What's up, Sports Live in the ATL?" Yeah, what's going on, Slitter? Yes, I got the New England Patriots in this game. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean, Jacksonville is is they looking for another number one draft pick. You know what I'm saying? So I got the New England Patriots. They just elite. That defense is wreaking havoc. Matt Jones looking pretty good. So I got to go with the New England Patriots in that game. Moving on to the next game, we got a good game. LA Rams versus the Baltimore Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson is still questionable, so he could play this game. He may not, but I do like Tyler Huntley, the second string quarterback. But if I had to make a pick, I'm going with the LA Rams just because Matthew Stafford he looking like he back at Georgia. You know what I'm saying? He looking like he back at Georgia. They got Odell Beckham who's starting to get pretty, get back to Odell Beckham, that we used to seeing. And that defense is elite with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. And they got a good defense. So at the end of the day, I got to go with the LA Rams in this game, even though it's going to be a good game if Lamar Jackson plays. Next, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New York Jets. Of course, I'm going with Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, he's used to this division, the New York Jets, the Buffalo Bills, and the Miami Dolphins being in that AFC East for 20-some years. So I definitely feel like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are way better than the New York Jets. The Jets is fighting for a number one pick as well. Zach Wilson is not showing to be that guy. He has his moments, but for the most part, he's not that guy. So I got to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, they will be without Chris Godwin, but they got Antonio Brown back. They got Le'Veon Bell, Mike Evans. The crew. They got the crew, man. So I got to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on this game. Moving on to my weekly game. My game, the most watched game that I'm gonna watch is the Atlanta Falcons at the Buffalo Bills. So I hate going against my team. Picking against my team. I'm not going against them. I'm picking against them this week. I got the Buffalo Bills winning this game, but I want the Falcons to win this game. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta be real. I think the Buffalo Bills is a better team than the Atlanta Falcons. But I would love to see my home team win this game. I hate picking against my team, but I want to try to be accurate this year. I want to get rid of my biases and just pick, the better team. So I got the Buffalo Bills beating the Atlanta Falcons, but I definitely hope I'm wrong about this. I hope the Atlanta Falcons come to play today. So let's move on to the next game. We got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to Kansas City Chiefs, even though I do like the Bengals as well. I think they're pretty solid, but I think Kansas City is starting to, they starting to get back to the old Kansas City Chiefs. They're starting to peak at the right time. They're making good plays. Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce is starting to, get back into their groove. Patrick Mahomes is getting back into his groove. So I definitely got the Kansas City Chiefs winning this game. Next, we got the Miami Dolphins at the Tennessee Titans. I got the Miami Dolphins winning this game, even though Tennessee may be the better team. But they without, of course, even though it don't matter, Julio Jones he will be out this game. They don't have Derrick Henry, of course. And, they only have A.J. Brown. Miami has been playing better. Miami has been, playing better. They trying to secure a spot in the playoffs. So I think they're gonna come ready to play today. Tua Tagovailoa, last game had a good game. So I definitely got the Miami Dolphins beating the Tennessee Titans. Next, we got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Indianapolis Colts. I got the Las Vegas Raiders winning this game. The reason why is because of the great legendary John Madden has just passed. So they're going to be playing motivated today. They want to win for John Madden. The whole NFL will be doing like a moment of silence for John Madden before the game starts. So I definitely think the Raiders can't lose this game. You got to now. The Colts ain't no pushover. Jonathan Taylor is one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in the league right now. But the Las Vegas Raiders have to play for John Madden today, and I definitely think they should be able to win this game because they're going to be playing inspired. So I got the Las Vegas Raiders winning this game against the Indianapolis Colts, but it will be a good game. Next, we got another good game. The Philadelphia Eagles at the Washington football team. I got the Philadelphia Eagles win this game. even though both teams can hurt my team chances of win, getting to the playoffs, especially with if the Falcons win today, we just got to win today and and see what happens, at the end of the day. But if I had to choose, I would say the Philadelphia Eagles should win this game against the Washington football team. I would prefer the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game just because, okay, they right now they in the playoffs. If the playoffs started today, I think they are in the playoffs. No, they on the verge. I think they're on the verge. But at the end of the day, if Washington football team win, we lose, we tied, and pretty much they have the tie-breaking win over us anyway, so it ain't gonna matter. So whatever team wins, but if I had to make my pick, I got the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's move on to the next set of games. We got the 4 o'clock games today. We start off with the Denver Broncos at the LA Chargers. I got the LA Chargers to win this game. Denver has a lot of injuries, a lot of outs today. So I'm going with the LA Chargers. They should be able to win this game with Denver not having their start a lot of their key players. So I'm going with the LA Chargers. It is a division game, so both teams gonna come ready to play. But I got to get a nod to the LA Chargers. Next, we got the Houston Texans at the San Francisco 49ers. I'm going San Francisco 49ers. Even though I want to see them lose, I would love to see the Houston Texans take them out, and hopefully help my Falcons get into the playoffs. But if I got to be a realist, I know Jimmy Garoppolo will not be playing today. He's out, but you will get to see Trey Lance start today, which I want to see Trey Lance play today. So I got to give it to the San Francisco 49ers. They just a better team. The Houston Texans, they just not a good team, especially without Deshaun Watson. But even if they did have Deshaun Watson, they ain't got no talent. You know what I'm saying? So they rebuilding right now. So I got to give it to the San Francisco 49ers. Next, we got the Detroit Lions at the Seattle Seahawks. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Detroit Lions win this game. They are a physical team. They are a team that's playing a little bit better, even though their record looks bad. And the Atlanta, they played a tough game with the Atlanta Falcons. Came down to the last drive. But at the end of the day, I don't believe in a quarterback. And if they at least had Jared Goff, I could believe in them a little better. But I got the Seattle Seahawks win this game, even though Seattle hasn't been playing Seattle football, that we used to. I got to give them the nod just because I think all in all they should be able to beat the Detroit Lions. Moving on to the next game, which should be a good game, the Arizona Cardinals at the Dallas Cowboys. I would love to see the Arizona Cardinals win this game, but due to the past few weeks, they haven't been playing how they started off the season, and the Dallas Cowboys defense has been elite. So I got to give a nod to the Dallas Cowboys, even though I would love to see Arizona take them boys out, man. I don't like the Dallas Cowboys. I don't like their fans. And it is what it is, But at the end of the day, I got to give them their props. They do have a solid defense with Michael Parsons, Randy Gregory, D. Law coming, stepping back into his old self, And then you got Trayvon Diggs, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I got to give the nod to the Dallas Cowboys. Moving on to the next game, we got the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Aints. And you know why I say the Aints? Because the S is silent. So we got the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Aints. It's gonna be a good game because they're gonna play each other hard. It's a division game, NFC South game. Y'all already know how we play each other. But if I had to give a nod to any team, I gotta give it to New Orleans Aints. They're gonna be playing in New Orleans. I think this is a last game in the dome for this year. So they're gonna come ready to play. Carolina Panthers, they without, they started Sam Darnold again today. No Christian McCaffrey for the year. I just felt like the New Orleans Aints defense is better, and they're gonna be able to get to Sam Darnold. So I got the New Orleans Aints winning this game, even though I would love to see them in like a tie or something. I wouldn't mind, or I would love to see Carolina beat them. Because I just hate the Aints more than I hate the Carolina Panthers. But it is what it is. But I got the New Orleans Aints winning that game. Next, we got the Sunday night game, the Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers. Of course, I'm going Green Bay. Minnesota got hit by the COVID bug, so they will be without their starting quarterback, Kirk Cousins, which is gonna make it even harder. Even though it was gonna be a hard game with Kirk Cousins, so without Kirk Cousins, gonna definitely be a hard game. And Green Bay just been playing out of their mind. Aaron Rodgers playing like on the MVP status. They got Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones. They just got playmakers. So I definitely got the Green Bay Packers winning this game with ease against the Minnesota Vikings, even though it is a division game. And it's going to be cold in Green Bay. Next, last but not least, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Monday night game. I actually got the Pittsburgh Steelers winning this game because it's the last home game potentially for Big Ben Roethlisberger. And I just feel like Cleveland, they tend to play down sometimes. Like, you got to see what Cleveland Browns show up. I don't believe in Baker Mayfield, and this is going to be the game where the Steelers are going to get, they get back with the Cleveland Browns. So I got the Pittsburgh Steelers winning this game, even though it's going to be Big Ben just ain't the guy no more. And their offensive line has not been blocking well, so Najee Harris haven't been able to run. But at the same time, Cleveland got a good running game as well. They got a great defense. But it's going. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be playing inspired just because they want to get that last win for Big Ben in the stadium. So I think on Facebook. No, we don't have a comment. I thought we had a comment on Facebook. But yeah, so that's my weekly FOA weekly game picks. That's that's the end of the segments. As you all know, man, hey, fan of Atlanta 365, go support the channel, man. It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I hope everybody had it, like I said, happy New Year's. Everybody, hope everybody had a great New Year's. But it's football Sunday, man. It's football Sunday. Let's go Falcons, man. We got to get a dub. We can get a dub here. We can lunch our way into the playoffs, and I would love to see us in the playoffs. I think we can play. I think we can, anybody got a chance in the playoffs. I just want to make the playoffs and see what happens. But all in all, it's been another episode of Fan of Atlanta 365, man. Don't forget to support the channel. Go to YouTube right now. If you hear my voice, go to YouTube right now if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel. Also, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your dog, tell your cat, tell your snake, tell your rat, and throw in your pet hamster if you have one. Tell everybody about the channel, Fan of Atlanta 365, man. It's your boy Jay Howard, aka the official Georgia boy. Hey, we out of here. Enjoy football Sunday.